Welcome back to Vlada's Seeds of Life. I'm taking you to Empowerment Village at Rancho de Macedas, where I'm meeting a group of single moms. Our lesson today is how to avoid food waste. Looking at the fridge, I see some good green beans in the bottom. I think this is something that we want to use right away because green beans can wait for too long. There's a good ham on the back. That's something that definitely can stay there. So we're gonna go through everything. I'm gonna pull everything out. It's very easy for me to relate to these young moms because I too am a single mom, and I understand the importance of providing healthy, fresh foods to my children at the lowest cost possible. So today's class is all about using the ingredients that we already have in the fridge to create new meals. And also the point of the class is to learn how to use certain ingredients sooner than other ingredients. Organize everything, see what needs to go right away, what stuff we could leave for the next week, or how can we make our food last longer, or how can we run the kitchen most economically. Luckily, there was plenty of food to go around, so our goal was to create a meal out of ingredients that were just about to expire.
Applesauce, and it was in the fridge, and I'm saving it, so I have it. I'm going to pour it in the pot. I'm going to put a little bit of brown sugar in with it, and about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. So I'm doing this because the applesauce was going to expire, so I wanted to use it before that happened. So I'm putting the applesauce in here, stirring it on a low flame, and I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice. I'm putting the lemon in here for taste.
It's very helpful to empty your fridge like this from time to time and to take a good inventory of what you have. It's pretty obvious. If you look what we have here, it's evident that some food like ham can wait for another week or so, assuming that it's not expiring, that doesn't have a note saying that it will expire. Foods like this can sit in a fridge for a couple of 3 weeks actually. But we will focus on the vegetables and fresh greens, like the salad. This is pretty much bad, and we will have to toss this away because it's way past its best in prime time. So we can just go ahead and throw this away. But there are other ingredients, like these tomatoes. They are kind of getting old, but what we will do, we'll just cut them deep in, and we'll still use what's left for our dinner tonight. Okay, so we're going through some foods to figure out what some of these foods were sitting in the fridge longer than a couple of 3 days. So apparently eggs and mac and cheese, I'm learning that it's been in the fridge for a week. Yeah, that needs to go. So we'll get rid of that. This soup here is about 2 days old, so this is still good. If it's warmed up properly, meaning that it's brought back to the boiling temperature, that should be good. These are some of the things that girls get excited about, and that's a clean fridge. I know this works for me, so with the clean fridge, I'm gonna start organizing ingredients first that could wait for a while. So we got a bunch of eggs. Let's make sure that all the eggs are together. And often I will keep eggs and dairy on the same shelf. These are not open, which means they can go way back on the fridge, which means they can wait to be used. All right, next is cheese that has not been opened, which means if it's not open, bacteria cannot get to it yet. So it means that this can wait. So let's put that in the back. Had cheeses and stuff. Is it washed? Is it still
I wiped it out.
It's wiped out.
Yeah.
So this salad, it's really good, but it will need to go in the next couple of days, like a couple of 3 days, if we're gonna use it. And when you buy a salad, when you bring it in the fridge, you'll see the condensation happen like this, which will spoil the salad sooner. So what I would do, if this was in my house, I would leave it open for just a little bit to let all the moisture out and kind of stop the spoiling process. So I'll just leave it like this just for a little bit. But before we're done, I would like to close this again, okay? So we're gonna be naughty, and we're gonna put all these sweet treats all the way in the back, because number one, they can sit forever in the fridge. That's one thing. And number two, we don't want them right in our face when you open up a fridge. So we're gonna bring the good healthy stuff on the front and put these things all
Those
the
are for
way.
toddlers, so.
Reason more. Keep them out of our sight, but
Yeah.
they're there and they're nice and cool when needed. But you know, you're gonna have to put effort to reach them. So
Yeah.
chances are you'll pick up something like this.
Buy this cheese because and I put it in a bowl and I grate it because it's cheaper to buy it
In a ball?
in a bulk rather than buying the already processed shredded cheese.
Okay, that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
That's a way to save money.
Yeah.
So we have another stack of cheese like this one right here. So maybe they should go together. That's the kind of cheese that's waiting to be used
Yeah.
because it's safe and it can wait for you. And then cheeses that we need to use immediately, we'll put in this
Okay.
drawer. Okay. With cheeses like this, I would suggest just to take them out of the package and just re-wrap them in a clean saran wrap.
Okay.
And check them periodically to make sure the mold is not developed. In my house, and what I do for myself, if cheese is to catch a mold, I will not throw away cheese like this. What I do, I will just kind of cut it deep in, get rid of the mold, and make sure that this cheese goes into cooked meals, meaning that I would use this kind of cheese maybe in making a mac and cheese for kids. Or something, baked pasta or stuff like that. So I will make sure to bake it, and I would save it. I would not definitely throw away the rest of the cheese just because there's a little piece of mold on the corner. They're so heavily preserved. They have so much salt, and they're good. So don't open it until you're ready to use it, and you have a lot of people that will, are coming over, or you're gonna, be able to eat it up in the next 3 to 4 days. Like the two orange juices, one is not open, so that goes down with the foods that can wait. And we definitely want to bring this one here in the section where we have dairy and eggs. So it's right there, and we make sure that this one is used first, because sometimes you have 2 or 3 containers of same food open, and in the end they end up spoiling. So this is another juice that's not open. Put it all the way back there. That can wait. With the fridge nicely organized, we were moving on making a dinner with the frozen turkey we found earlier in the freezer. Soften up, and you can have almost like a full turkey. And the best part is we're using our applesauce to create this recipe. So this turkey will have a kind of... It's hard to go wrong when you're cooking in a crock pot. So we'll experiment and create a new dish. Maybe like 2-3 tablespoons, a little bit more. In situations like this, recipes are unnecessary because you're making your own creation out of ingredients that you already have in your home. This will be very good to add to this. With dinner cooking, I wanted to take a quick overview with you what we did in our fridge. Upper shelf is all about snacks and foods that are ready to go. Next is a cooked food, followed by eggs, juices, and dairy. What's left are cold cuts and the foods that are not open yet. Did you forget about our green beans already? Well, we didn't. We're going to use them to make a side dish to our dinner. So, a lot of garlic. You can't overdo it. Brown. I just love to see good food being put to good use. Thank you for spending some time with us, and I want to thank everyone who has generously supported this project. Also, a big thank you to Kaiser Permanente and Barron's Marketplace for your support. Together, we make a difference.